Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this week's weekly vlog is going to be me going to a literary agent's office for the week. I am doing the Curtis Brown Creative Summer Intensive course for 4 days, Monday to Thursday, in their offices, where my current romance, women's fiction, emotional novel is going to get critiqued, reviewed, fed back from students and agents. I'm going to be practicing pitching to agents. I'm going to be meeting some traditionally published authors. It's crazy. So within a week of me showing how I do not only that, I'm going to show you how I balance everything as well. The plan for this week is, as you know, I love fitness as much as I love writing. I probably love writing a lot more, but I love fitness. It keeps me motivated, in check, and feeling really good physically so that I can focus on writing while also balancing a full-time corporate job in London. So I don't need to worry about my corporate job in London this week because it's on annual leave. So we are going to be at this Curtis Brown Creative course. I have just finished their online edit and pitch your novel course, which was really, really, really good. And I feel like my manuscript and my synopsis is in a really good place, but we'll see how we go after feedback. My first opening chapters of the book is actually getting fed back today on the first day. I think I'm glad about that, but I also think I'm not, because I'm in the second feedback session this afternoon. So there's one in the morning, one in the afternoon. I'm the afternoon. And then tomorrow I get a one-to-one with the guy that's running the course, who is a traditionally published author. My one-to-one is also the very last one-to-one at the end of the day. So I'm just going to be thinking about these constantly throughout both of these days, but they're actually much shorter days than my corporate job. My corporate job is normally 8:45 till 6, whereas this is 10:30 to 4:30 on some days. And then when I have my feedback, it'll be 5:30 that day. So I am planning to do a gym session every morning. So I've done my gym session this morning. Going to go first thing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I've done Monday. So now I'm going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So the days are going to kind of look the same. And then I thought I'd make the most of being finished early from work a lot sooner. On Wednesday, I'm going out for dinner with some old colleagues, which is really nice. And then blending in with that, because the days are shorter and the dinner's at 7 p.m, for example, I have some time to do some cute coffee shop writing, or maybe just wandering around London and making the most of not having to worry about my corporate job. And this is an insight into what my life could be like if I write full time, because I'd have meetings with agents, I'd get feedback, I'd have sessions. I might even do a couple of writing courses with all that time. So this is manifesting it, and hopefully I don't come back from today crying because I get critiqued so bad. A lot of the ones that we are looking at today, I had to read other people's stuff. They're very, very literary heavy, whereas I'm commercial fiction. I haven't actually read any of the other sample chapters from any of the other students later down the line, like on the other days. But so far they're all literary and then mine's commercial. So I wonder if that will skew the type of feedback I get, but I will give you full insight. I don't know how much I could actually film in the day, but I'll obviously update you outside the office or anything like that. But yeah, I'm really excited. So let's get right stuck into day one. Fitness is done this morning. Now I just need to go and eat breakfast and then get myself to their offices. Hello, so it's day 2 of the Curtis Brown course, and yesterday I survived the student feedback. It was so fun. It was actually really good. Everyone was really, really nice. There were quite a few literary authors in there, But actually I did a bit more reading. So basically you read the sample chapters of the other students the day before, and then they pick 4 each day to give feedback. So there's 16 of us. 4 of us got feedback yesterday. 4 of us have got feedback today. I was the only commercial romance yesterday, and there were loads of literary fiction. And I got a bit worried that they would say that they would be like, the writing's not very good, or like, I don't know. I thought they'd be quite critical because I don't know that there's a lot of, maybe because of like snobbery with literary fiction. Romance does get a lot of stick. Commercial fiction, women's fiction gets a lot of stick, even though it absolutely shouldn't. But I think everyone was just really nice and really welcoming, and I got on with them as people, and we were all very similar. If you watch old videos of me, I've been saying how scared I am of meeting other writers because I get really overwhelmed and spooked, and I think they're going to be really competitive. None of these people were at all. They were so nice, and I've actually made friends now who, even on day 1, that have said when the manuscript's ready to share, for me to please share it with them because they want to actually see what happens in the book, which blew my mind. Even my negative feedback was not negative at all. It was constructive. It took a couple of tweaks to make some changes. And then today I've now got the one-to-one with the guy that is running the shop. He's also an author. He's been publishing since 1996. So I'm in very good company, and he's going to give me some feedback today. But yesterday in the first break, he came up to me and he was like, "You're ready to be published." So yeah, it was a brilliant day, quite exhausting, but amazing because it was only 10 till 4:30. Today it's 10:30 till 5:30 because at the end of the day I've got that one-to-one. So I'll update you on how that goes. Those are the 2 biggest days for me in terms of individual feedback. Thursday we're meeting some literary agents and we're doing a pitching workshop. So it's been really good. Went to the gym this morning, as you saw. Really good class, strength training, so that was good. Some of my dodgy content, but then the instructor got a bit for us, which was great. It's a great start to the day. Gonna have some breakfast, get to the class, do the workshops, because the workshops have been really fun as well. Those have been a few writing creative stuff that's not necessarily to do with your book, which is so good. And then do the feedback for the students today, get my one-to-one, and then come home to Lola. So another perfect day, hopefully. Okay, so I'm filming on the streets of London, and I've never done this before by myself, so I have secondhand embarrassment for myself. But it is day 3, it is lunchtime. I took myself on a break to Gymshark and Waterstones Piccadilly, but it was so busy in Waterstones, and I didn't really find anything I liked in Gymshark, but it's been another really good day. It's day 3, and then tonight I'm going out for dinner with some old colleagues, but they are not ready until 7, and this finishes at 4:30. So my plan is to go back to Waterstones in the cafe, write a little bit, prep for tomorrow's final day because we were doing a pitching thing, and then after that I'm going to edit the video. So yeah, that's the plan, and I survived 48 seconds of talking into the camera in London. Yay. Good morning. It is the last day of the Curtis Brown course. It's Thursday and I go back to Bristol, back to my parents tonight. I'm so sad it's almost over. I am just on my way to the gym now, but we get the agent pitching thing today, so I'm very excited for that. And yeah, I'm going to go die at the gym first. Class done. I'm so sweaty. It was strength training, but I literally smashed all my weights and did a PB on a deadlift. So I'm absolutely dying. I'm going to go get ready now. I've got an hour to make it to class. Did my reading prep work for the class today. So I'm ready to go. I'm really sad. It's the last day. Very sad. Hello. So it is actually Monday of the following week after work, actually, because I just had so much to mentally unpack after that writing course. It was so unbelievably good. But I think what made it so good was the people in the class. And I've had more time to reflect because at the beginning of the week, I was terrified to get feedback. I was terrified of what people thought. And I just went into it expecting the worst. And I came out and everyone was so nice. Everyone was so nice. The tutor at the beginning of the week literally said to me straight away, you're ready to be published, you just need to find the right agent. Then when I got my feedback, my feedback from the class, everyone was really positive. And even if they said, oh, I would have changed this, I would have changed that, they did it so nicely and just really thoughtfully. They took so much time to actually go through my extracts and read it properly instead of like reading it and giving just some basic comments. They really went into it. And I've changed everything they've said, all the things that sat with me. Nothing was major, nothing was, you're not a good writer, you need to think about your writing. Everyone was like, your voice, the way you write is really good and it's so unique. And here I was thinking, what sets me apart from any other romance writer? I wasn't sure, but they helped me realize that there is something different about me and that I can do this and I am a good writer. So I'm feeling really motivated. And then in any of the breaks I could get, you might have seen me sat on the grass with my Kindle. I was proofreading my manuscript for the final time, making some tweaks and being really critical about it before sending it to some friends. And what's really interesting about that is I was doing a manuscript review on printed paper, but doing it on my Kindle has been life-changing. And when I told everyone in the class, I was like, if you're ever proofreading anything, do it on your Kindle, because it gives you an experience like a reader. And when I was reading it on the page, but also on the laptop, I can't separate the wood from the trees. And I don't know, it's really strange. I don't know why the Kindle makes such a difference, but the flow of reading on my Kindle is just drastically different to A4 printed paper and my laptop. So that was really good as well. And I was doing that as much as I could. When I went to say I was going to go to Waterstones after work to do some writing before meeting my friends for dinner, I couldn't get a space in Waterstone. So I went back to the Curtis Brown room because they kept it open every day until 6 if you wanted to write or do any preparation. So that was great, did that, and actually edited my YouTube video when I was there. And then on the final day, we had a Q&A with 2 agents where you gave your pitch, elevator pitch, and that was really helpful. That's helped me hone my craft. And then the agent that I met up with a couple of months ago that I might have mentioned in an old video, I definitely did. I sent her my updated elevator pitch off the back of that to be like, what do you think? And then she was the one that told me that I really desperately needed to find a hook for my novel. And I think after some reflection, I found it. And then one of the people that work at like the Curtis Brown Creative did even say to me, like, when you're going to go and pitch your novel to a Curtis Brown agent, make sure you let us know. Even if you got rejected before by another agent, definitely reach out to another one at Curtis Brown because it's so big, and let me know when you do. And if you have any questions on your pitch or your hook, don't be afraid to send it in. So that was just so lovely. And now I feel like I've really got such a good community off the back of last week. And I hate being back at work now because I'm here. I just want to be writing all day, every day. It gave me a taste of how good it could be, but also it's just completely broken through any fears I had with sharing my work with other writers and just being so unconfident in that. Like, there's a couple of people that I met on the course that I'm hoping I can get writing coffee dates, and hopefully they'll even feature in some of the videos in the future. So this was such a huge, giant leap in my writing career, even though nothing tangible has happened in the sense of I haven't got an agent off the back of it or blah, blah, any of that. But like, I've really grown as a person and as a writer just from going to that. And then that paired with the Love Stories Romance Festival, book festival I went to the week before in Manchester, which was my vlog 2 weeks ago, paired with that and meeting amazing people there as well, I just feel like I'm really coming into my own as a writer. And it just feels like I'm so close to getting the agent or the dream I want. Like, I can feel it and I just feel so motivated to keep going. So I'm just going to be continuing editing my manuscript for the rest of this week, hopefully next week, then sending it to friends and just having a bit of a break at that point. And then hopefully from that point, querying some agents. So that will be all to come in all of the next videos. But thank you so much for watching this one, and I will see you in the next video.